The guy's getting a new job. It's not easy. Billy the Super Kid started with us here when he was 17. We're going to talk about his 8 lessons starting in real estate, starting in the workforce. Pretty cool. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
All right, good morning. Hey, another fine morning. We're talking about 8 heavy hitting lessons that I've slowly starting to acquire. Good morning, Mark.
Hi, bud.
Good, pumped to be here. We're
Yeah.
share some knowledge.
Yeah, so it's been very interesting working with Billy the Super Kid because I remember Billy when you were 15 or 16 and you were in the back of the car. Michael Berger was in the front seat, I was in the front seat, and we were going to an auction. And I remember, I remember these questions you were asking at that age. Berger and I just looked at each other and we're like. So you've been asking lots of questions. You've learned incredibly quickly, and you've it's been trailblazing for you. So we thought we'd put it on air. Some of the stuff that you pulled out of real estate, life, work.
Yeah,
Tell us.
hard work. Number one. I mean, it's been ridiculous. The fast track progression over the last few months, especially since sort of coming into this new role. It's been amazing to be surrounded with good people, but a lot of hours, a lot of hard work. But the progress that I've seen, knowledge wise, and just feeling comfortable, doing the day to day tasks is it's very motivating.
So let's get into it. Your 8 lessons that you're going to teach us. If you could turn the speaker down on your left just a touch. On your
Yeah.
left, the speaker, on that, I can just get a bit of reverb there. Tell me, buddy, lesson number 1.
Lesson number 1 is just hard work, guys. If you're going to get into something like this full time, straight out of school, full time's it's a big jump. It went from like schoolies and not doing much for a month after I finished school into easily a 38-hour week. I mean, probably closer to 50 realistically. It's been nuts, but like I said, the progression has just been so quick. Learning alongside such good people, it's been unreal.
So hours to have a great career, getting used to the hours is going to be an adjustment for anyone coming out of school. There's going to be some kids rolling out of school. Where are we? Almost, we're getting towards the end of the bloody year already. But okay, hours is number 1. Number 2.
Yeah, resilience. We've all made a few mistakes, I'm sure, starting out. Definitely copped a nice reminder from Cleo or Branko or yourself, Mark. Look, this is not the way we do things. Here's the new way. Get used to it. It's been good to sort of have that friendly reassurance that there is always someone watching on, but you got to get it right. Get it right the first time.
So you're so people know exactly what you're doing. You've got a big role, very very young. You're in a team of 3 which manage a bucket load of rental properties. The head of that team's Cleo, who is Sergeant Cleo, Mrs. Military. She's unbelievable with her processes, and you've gone in. You're in there. She's gone and had a baby, and she's working remotely and getting you and your team to actually smash things out. But Branka's sits right next to you, which is the department head of property management, 1,600 properties. She's Sergeant School of Hard Knocks. You got Cleo on the phone on the other side, an hour or 2 a day, and then you got me. So it's been interesting. So resilience, sticking at it, head down, bum up. Next lesson, number 3.
Yeah, head down, bum up's a good little saying that I've taken away from yourself. It's been yeah, just always focus, head down on the task, and then you sort of take a bit of a breather every now and then, and you do look up and think, wow, look where we are now. And it's nice, because sometimes you miss it a little bit. You're always going so quickly, then you realize, we've sort of made a little bit of progression.
Well, that's right. I think you sort of forget to pat yourself on the back because you're just like, what's next? But if you consider coming out of school to what the workflow that you're resulting in now, the conversations, just to hear you on the phone now, it's a long way. Next lesson.
Some loyalty to yourself, your staff, your customers, the work colleagues. That's been something it's been nice to watch on from the outside. Seeing we're going to a presentation with you the other day where you were saying you serviced this gentleman's father and looking after their parents for 25 years, and then now you're coming into the next generation. It's beautiful to watch. But it wraps around you, and when you start to take care of people, they take care of you. So loyalty to the business, your clients, your work colleagues. Yeah, it's big.
I love that one. That was and it was cool. Like the coolest family. We've been looking after Dad for 25, 30 years, and for his kids to ring up and say, "Hey, come and rent my place out." That was very cool, and yeah, awesome. Love the business. What's the next one, Billy? Next lesson.
Building your self brand. That's a big one as well. I've learned over the last number of months that building your
you're good at this as well.
Well, I think it's so important building your personal brand alongside the business. Using the business to help propel yourself forward is so big. Trying to get into sales long term, being able to use the position I'm in now to sort of cement myself on the social media, within the business. People start to get familiar with the name, the DL drops, all things like that. It's only going to help in the long run. And so I'm not some fresh virgin when I come into sales. No one knows who you are.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
You're a fun guy. You're an approachable guy. You enjoy life, but you do treat yourself very seriously. Where did you get that from?
I don't think I'm too serious. Just
maybe good serious.
You just get caught up in it a little bit. Yeah. It's always good to be a little bit serious. If you can't take yourself serious, who's going to take you serious? Yep. Yeah. For anyone who's watching, guys, Billy's definitely. If you ever hear the word "old man in young shoes," this is the guy. But Billy, when you're talking about building your brand, it extends off what I just said about treating yourself seriously. What I've noticed is when the way the people that are doing good volume in the office treat themselves, particularly on with marketing, with digital, with social media, with anything, you've mirrored very, very well. So, and I think the nice thing is nobody can take that away from you. That's not a title that an employer gives you on a business card. That's you. That's your authenticity. That's who you are, true to you. You're not acting like someone else in the office. You're true, but you're using those tools that they're using to put themselves on a platform. So, guys, there's a message. Watch out for Billy on his socials and what he does. And I think also some parents would be watching this today saying, they're taking it over to their 18-year-old, 21-year-old, 14-year-old saying, watch this guy's rise. It's going to be interesting. Next one. Good habits over the last... There was a good saying you said, good habits breed in bad times. Bad habits breed in good times. That one stuck with me over the last month or so, 4 weeks. Now is probably more challenging than ever. Or not even 4 weeks, last couple of months. Being able to create those good habits have been so important to success.
What are some of those habits?
The famous Green Book Diary.
Yeah.
You have to tune in next time to see that, but that's a game changer. a good note system is vital to success.
It's huge. So something that I've always, and a bit of a secret to my career, is I've got a. Do you want to grab it? Do you want to grab my one off my desk?
Grab it now. Stay tuned.
Yeah, do a run. We've got. I've always had this, and this may help you guys out there that are running a sort of large workflow. I've always had a ledger book, which is probably, I guess it's 50, 30, 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres is one page, and it's two big pages. And I draw up my grid on that book. And what I've always done, there's a couple of secrets to this. And this is what Billy's been talking about, is as you chat on the phone, you actually jot into your grid your task or your conversation. When you finish the phone call, you then cross out the grid. But the secret is you can't. It looks like a mess.
Look at that.
So
Mark Novak's key to success.
That's my grid book. Show us the front page so everyone can see it's a ledger book. Look at that.
It looks tired, but it's full of knowledge, full of money.
It's full of deals. But the trick is you can't move over to the next page to two fresh pages until you finish the jobs on the current pages, or you transfer the jobs to the next pages. Just want to say good morning to Luke. And Luke, thank you for your support. You're an absolute legend. Talking about Billy and leadership. And Mal, your parents must be so proud of you. Well done, mate. They must be so proud of you. You've even helped them buy a property recently, actively. Yeah. Sean, good morning to you, buddy. And good morning, everyone. So, Billy, before we go, have you got a couple more in you there?
Yeah, with the good habits, even when things are not easy, just trying to cement those good habits, I guess. Long term pays off. Getting into the office on time or 5 minutes early, getting to your appointments on time. The notebook has been huge. Yeah, if you guys don't have a notebook and you're in this sort of role, just copy Mark Novak's strategy. Honestly, does not lie.
I've got to tell you the amount of people in my career that I've introduced that book to. It's become with not everyone in the office has it, not everyone needs it. Branka doesn't use one, and she's probably one of the busiest people in the office. Lisa doesn't, but it's Cleo does. It's got to sort of suit your personality, but certainly for me, that book it's almost become it's like a knighting book. When you get the sword. The sword on the shoulder. It's almost getting that book's almost a little bit of knighting, and it's been phenomenal for so many people in my career that I've passed it on to, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Next one.
That's most of them, Mark. Just loving the game at the end of the day. Such a great industry, such cool people, getting to meet every day, having fun.
You're the last person out of the office. Yeah,
every day.
Can you explain?
Every day. I don't actually know how it's possible to fit the 9 to 5.
So can you explain what motivates you to do that?
Well, rather than looking at a clock and an hours that tick by as you're doing your day-to-day bits and pieces, rather than looking at the clock, look at your inbox, look at your WhatsApp groups, look at your voicemails that you've missed, look at your text messages, and make sure they're all answered to, or try to do your best to make sure they're all answered to before you leave the office, and you'll be fine.
I'm not even going to tell people what time you leave because they're going to call me a slave driver or you crazy. But it's every day. This is every day.
Yeah. Some days you get out a little bit quicker, but like I said, if you can try to tick off those boxes where you're not leaving people unheard, even if you don't have the answer for them, just let them know that you're working on it for the next couple of days. They appreciate that far more than not getting a response. So I try to just touch base with everyone, get a good voicemail system is one that I've set up since working here.
How's that look like? What does that look like?
Well, it's amazing how many people, first of all, don't have a voicemail, Mark. You know, you're calling them for a reason, whatever your reason may be, and it goes straight to either like a Telstra text message where they read it back to them, or you get a 10-second clip. And getting a voicemail set up, if especially if you've got someone calling you for a reason, then you want to hear why that reason. So setting up your voicemail, and then I go back through that. You know, never leave that unlistened to. You know, for more than a few hours.
All the time. And Lisa wants you to be Prime Minister, Billy for PM.
Nah,
but
real estate's where it's at.
In all seriousness, I've seen guys and girls before we go. I do want to say I have seen some amazing talent in my life, but these talented people can fall short, often fall short, sometimes fall short on these lessons Billy has spoken about today. They are brilliant and they just simply change their career, or they are brilliant and they, they're just unhealthy in physical, mental, or whatever. But this guy, if he follows the laws of principles that he's spoken about today, Billy, there's probably only a handful of people that I've dealt with of the caliber that you are, irrelevant to your age. So I hope it doesn't go to your head, and I hope that you can empower all these things that you spoke about today and continue them, because, mate, it's going to be very, very interesting to see Billy, the super kid, at the age of 21.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's all a work in progress. Copycat Billy, just copying, trying to wrap up myself in all the good little habits. It's nothing new at the end of the day. Everyone's done it before me. So I'm just
said.
copying.
Well, you know what? I would put that as number one today. I would put that in your observation of you and people around in the office. I think that's a brilliant one. Whatever works, copy it. But you know what's amazing, Billy? To copy it is just as much hard work, because it's the consistency to actually get it out there. So someone will say, look, I love what Lisa Novak does on social media. I'm going to do the same thing. Good luck, because the actual consistency, the actual work is relentless. It's ruthless. But it all starts with with copying or mirroring good habits.
But you know what's reassuring, Mark, is it doesn't take any brains to do it. Just the consistency behind it. Like I'm not a wizard. I didn't smash the ATAR last year. I'm a normal guy, hardworking. Yeah, I put the hours in, but I just copy people that do things well. The consistency from Branka, like I said, surrounding yourself with good people in the business, good friends outside of the business, a few role models. It's, it doesn't take, too much thought behind it. If you do it properly, it's just backing it with a consistency, like you said.
And if you look at the best people in the industry and how they went in their HSC or school certificate and all that sort of stuff, you're right. You don't need to be a genius with a degree.
Correct. Yeah. All right. That's a wrap.
And a good family, Billy. You got a great family.
Awesome.
You got a great family. So, all right.
Yeah.
Mate, take care, everyone. I hope you got a kick out of today, and keep an eye on Billy. See you, bud.
Cheers.